everyone, it's Desiree, and I am here with the card portion of technique number 3, the Nuvo Embellishment Mousses. Now, we saw in the technique video all kinds of different ways you can play with them and use them and create with them and splash them around and do whatever it is you're looking to do. So here we're going to focus on the card. So this card, I do try to show everything that I do, unless it's really repetitious, which there are some areas. So I'm using these 3 colors. I'm going to use a lilac, the aquamarine, and my coral calypso. So I have my panel here, and I also wanted to show you this. I know I showed you finger daubers, makeup sponges, and all kinds of different other things to use to spread this, but you can also use cut and dry. It's by Ranger. I use it a lot. This is about $4.50 for one of those sheets. I cut mine up 1 inch by 1.5 inches, and you can get a lot. So if you don't want to keep getting those ink blending sponges, these are pretty much the same thing, although you can do 2 different things with them. You can create stamps, you can create an ink pad for a special color. So these are really versatile. So just another little tidbit. So when I'm doing something like this, I just real quick grab and use those. And you can wash them and reuse them. Yep, I've done that. So what I'm doing, I'm using one of these. You also don't even have to cut them that big. Okay, just a little bit more tidbit there. I'm going to go into the pots of color, and I just want to swoosh it down. Swoosh is a technical term in card making. At least for me it is. But you can see, that's what I'm doing. I'm just swooshing it down. So it's almost like, I want it to look like a paintbrush effect. So if that's better, I like swoosh. I think it sounds cuter. And I'm going to just do the 3 layers. I don't care about the other side. I like that brush mark on the other side. I kind of wish the purple went a little bit more the way that the teal or aquamarine, teal's just shorter, and the orange, again, orange is shorter. On their end. But again, we just keep going with it. But you can see the beautiful sheen that you get with these, the shimmer. You could cover an entire panel with this, using this technique with a blending brush or these cut and dries, and think about it. You would be making your own shimmer paper. There's another idea. See, if you we just keep going with the ideas. Hello. Of course, my favorite things, wonky stitch die, appeared, and I then cut my panel. Now, you can use your die on this mousse because it's a thin layer. If you've stenciled, I wouldn't run that through your die cutting machine. I don't want to say you can't, but I wouldn't. It's too thick. But a thin layer like this, it dries instantaneously, and that you can run through your die cutting machine with a die. You can see that because I'm going to use the My Favorite Things Smile die on this. And I'm just using my T ruler to make sure that it's straight and kind of sort of in the center. I usually don't do this, but for some reason I felt the need. I don't know. It was something different, something new. I don't know if I'll do it again. You want to make sure when you're taping down a die that it is very less tacky. So take the tack away, put it on your skin, get your fingers on it, put it on your clothing, because just in case, I don't know if it would happen, but you may take your mousse off the paper or cause a problem. So I've cut out the word smile, because everybody knows I love that word. And now I'm just going to grab 3 pieces of white cardstock from my stash, and I'm going to cut this smile 3 more times. I got a Spellbinders. Well, I shouldn't say I got it. I found it. Yep. There's so much I've got going on in here. I really like it. There's all kinds of different things you can do with it. It's kind of cool. So I've cut those out, and now we're just going to build. But first, I'm going to put adhesive on the back of this panel. I'm going to be using a navy blue. I believe this is Gina K, navy blue. I'm not sure if that's her right name. I just know it's the dark blue. And I'm just putting my tape runner all over this. Now I'm going to be careful. I'm going to put a piece of paper down. I don't want to get it on my work surface because then I get the glue everywhere. We all know what that's like. We do it. And I'm just putting this in the center so that this panel is going to go directly down on my 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Now it's a side folding card base. But I want that directly down because I want the smile to be raised off of it. I've seen this in so many videos, and it's, you know, I tried it one time and I didn't think it would work, and for some reason now I like it. I thought that you would lose the letters, that you wouldn't see if you kept the design on top of it. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm ridiculous. But I've just recently seen this, so I was really inspired to incorporate this technique as well into my card that so many others have done and shown. So I'm just applying my liquid adhesive. I'm putting down my letters. This level is easy because you're just snapping it. It's like a puzzle. You're doing a inlay. And now I'm going to put glue on top of these and just keep building. So that was kind of repetitious. I didn't want to, although I could have kept on gabbing. So now I'm going to attach my top layers, and it's really cool. You can see it. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm nutty. Always give something a try. Again, I keep telling y'all, don't give up. Try everything. For some reason, I gave up on this. And see, I've revisited, and I like it. You may see some more of this. So we're just going to add those letters, and you can see that it's raised. When you put it to the side, you're going to see white. Now, you could have used different colors of cardstock for each of the letters, which would look really cool. So when you turn it to the side, you see these different colors. Possibilities are endless on that. But you can see the shine and the glimmer that you get from the mousse. It's really a fun product. I'm just going to use my glue. I'm going to set my iridescent sequins from Desiree. You guys know these are my first go-tos, even though they're really sticky and they're flying all over the place. See, something flew. I know someone's going to notice that sequin that flew. I always drop something or throw something or do something crazy like that. I'm using a wax pencil. It's actually used in the nail industry to put sequins and gems on nails. I think that works just best. I grabbed my glossy accents and I'm just putting a little dot on top of those sequins. It's going to kind of help secure them in place. And that's pretty much our card. So we're going to show you some close-ups of that, but I do hope you'll give Nuvo Mousse a try. Now, yes, I will have all the colors. I just have a few more to get. You don't have to get all the colors. You can just get some of them. They have a beautiful silver, a gold, and a copper. You could just stick with those. I just love this product. I like the way that it works and everything else. Now, since this video comes after the technique video, I have noticed some really awesome comments and suggestions and ideas. So I wanted to real quick talk about those. One, remember how I said about the foil to don't remove it, keep it there? An awesome follower had a suggestion to use the peel and seal. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. I don't want to turn around. I'll probably drop something if I do. Those sheets, to put that in there and push it down onto the mousse. That'll keep it moist as well. So that's another way. I am so going to do that. Press and seal. Haha. Because you're going to press it down onto the mousse, and then that'll help keep it moist as well. So I'm really excited because now I can get rid of the foil. Somebody else asked, could you use this to rub along a dry embossed piece of cardstock? Absolutely. You could use the cut and dry that I used. You could use a blender. You could use a brush. Whatever you would like to use, that's another technique. So I have a question. When it comes to these videos, and I hope I get your opinions. So 2 ideas that I have. Instead of bringing out this card video this quick, like I normally do, it's usually set on the same day, would you guys like me to wait 24 hours before I post this video so that instead of talking about what I'm doing, because I think you guys know, maybe I'll probably jute in, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but actually answer some of your questions that you have during this video, or stating some of the awesome tips that you guys have, because I can certainly learn from you as well, but this way everybody else will. But again, I wouldn't be talking about how I'm putting the card together. Or do you just want me to do what I just did here and then have it at the end like I'm doing now? So option 1 or option 2. Now, hopefully I'll remember which one's which, but let me know in the description. But as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspired you to dig into something. Maybe you have a product that's like this. Use it. You can use it the same way. You can use this for texture pastes as well. So don't be afraid to try different things. But if you did like this video, hit that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, I'd love to have you part of my crafty little family here. We have a great time. If you have a question or comment, leave that down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I will always continue to try to answer every comment that is listed on each video. The products that I used, I gave you a couple different locations where you can find these products. And when you click on those links, it should just take you to the section of their embellishment mousse. So they, of course, will be listed down below. I hope everyone's having a great weekend. Let me know your thoughts and your options on this second video when it comes to the technique series. But most important, always remember, you gotta be creative. Take care.